guys, Mark here. I've actually already done my morning video and I'm getting ready to go to work. But this is I want to make peace. I've been doing something and I feel like I'm at war with Cowboy fans. Listen, we got enough people out there that hate us, okay? I am not a Tony Romo hater, okay? What I'm trying to do is I'm putting out there because you're just trying to trash a guy. I'm not trashing a guy. I'm putting out there exactly what he did. How am I trashing it? See, I'm not trying to be at war because, see, some of the Tony Romo people are figuring Tony Romo is up here. And then they're talking about Dak is trash. Well, I'm trying to let you understand that some of these things that you see from Dak Prescott are very similar things to things that you see with Tony Romo. It's not about trashing Tony Romo. It's about opening your eyes to the fact that quarterbacks sometimes don't have it every game. That sometimes they don't come through in the clutch. That they're not the only be-all, end-all when it comes to winning. Sometimes it's your special teams and defense that makes a difference. But the quarterback will get credit for it. And you hear the narrative that so many people fall into that they hear on television. Now, what I want you to do, this is not about trashing Tony Romo. This is about realizing that it's a team sport. Now, I want you to watch this video in its entirety, and then we'll discuss afterwards, because this is a victory. Okay? This is a victory. We're going to Monday night, 2007, Buffalo Bills versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dick Geron led Buffalo Bills that were 1-3 at the time. I believe the Cowboys were 3-1. Let's go to this game right now, okay?
Bills highlights. Fran Charles alongside Terrell Davis and head coach Jim Mora. And the Buffalo Bills hosting Monday Night Football for the first time in 13 years. Jim Kelly was the quarterback the last time they were on Monday Night Football. Kelly in attendance. Bills fired up. On Tony Romo's first pass attempt, coach, he is intercepted by George Wilson, who brings it all the way back for a touchdown. The Bills up 7-0 early.
Not a good way to start the game for Romo, especially throwing out of your own end zone.
And more issues for Tony Romo and company, looking for Jason Witten. That's his second pass attempt, picked off by Angelo Crowell.
You know, Tony Romo, the Buffalo Bills did a great job of disguising their defense. Tony Romo was confused, threw that ball, got picked off.
All right, so Terrell Owens walks over to his quarterback. Says, we got time, get it together, get it together. So Owens now makes a great up and down here, down to the Bills' 17-yard line. Jabari Greer outmatched it on the very next play. It's Romo to Jason Witten over the middle. Cowboys tie it up 7-all, and Dallas fans thinking that's more like it.
Yeah, more like it.
But on the next possession, Romo's pass is batted up in the air, and Chris Kelsey intercepted for a touchdown, Coach.
That's a defensive lineman's dream there, to score a touchdown, and he was able to do it. Good job of getting up in the air and then catching that thing in the end zone for a touchdown.
All right, Bills up 17-7. Cowboys, though, trying to make something happen, and Romo is picked off again by Jabari Greer, who takes it back to the 43-yard line. Cowboys would get a field goal, though, before the end of the half. Romo with 4 interceptions in the first half, 17-10, Bills on top. Third quarter, Cowboys got a field goal to get closer. Terrence McGee finds a seam down the left side. It's a foot race that McGee's going to win.
These are the plays that a Buffalo Bill team, you got to have these. When you want to try to upset a Dallas Cowboy, you've got to have plays like this.
So the Bills get 2 touchdowns off interceptions and a special teams TD. And the boss is worried. Jerry Jones, Romo trying desperately to lead the Cowboys back, but he's hit by Aaron Schobel, and Kevin Williams recovers this fumble.
I remember this game like it was yesterday.
And a fumble by Tony Romo, but Trent Edwards, the rookie out of Stanford, returns the favor. Terrence Newman picks him off.
Terrence Newman said, you know what, I got your back, Romo. I'm going to pick this ball up. It's going to give us a chance to win this football game.
So the Cowboys look like they're still alive, but on the ensuing possession, this is a 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 16, Romo, unbelievable, picked off at the goal line for the 5th time in the game by John DiGiorgio. And it's brought back to the Bills' 38-yard line. Wade Phillips can't believe it. So the Cowboys look like they're out of it, but they get the ball back. And here is Romo over the middle. to Patrick Creighton for 12 yards. Methodically moving down the field, Romo to Jason Witten. Witten had 100 yards receiving, and now he dumps it off to Marion Barber for 10 yards. So the Cowboys, they know they need a touchdown on a 2-point conversion, and here's Romo to Creighton.
And that's the Romo we're accustomed to seeing, a guy driving his team down the football field for a touchdown.
2-point conversion, Owens goes up, but Jabari Greer rips it away.
No.
So it looks like the Bills have the victory locked up, 24-20. The Cowboys stunned, but they obviously try the onside kick. The ball's batted, and Nathan Jones falls on it.
That's a great play by Nathan Jones. What an effort to get that ball.
My Cowboys with no timeouts. Romo steps up in the pocket. Looks like he hits T.O., but they wanted to take a second look at it, and the play was overturned because, as you can see here, the ball comes out and hits the ground. So the Cowboys still with no timeouts left.
T.O.'s got to make that catch in that type of situation.
So they're at the Bills' 47-yard line. 10 seconds. Romo dumps it off to Marion Barber. And he'll pick up another 8 yards for good measure to Patrick Creighton, who gets out of bounds. And now it's Nick Folk, the rookie out of Arizona, from 53 yards away. Game over.
No,
but hold on.
wait.
Bills head coach Dick Duran called timeout, pulled a Lane Kiffin and a Mike Shanahan. He called timeout right before the snap, so we'll do it again. The rookie from Arizona had never made a kick from 53 yards until just then.
No problem.
Knocks it down, and the Bills, they lose 25-24. T.O., Jerry Jones and company, they can't believe it. Michael Irvin up there in the booth. The Cowboys win it 25-24. They improved to 5-0. It's their 6th straight victory on the road. Tony Romo and company. Romo with 5.
Okay, so, all right. So that game right there, this is a perfect case study. So did the quarterback, now here's the thing, Tony Romo, 5 interceptions, a fumble, 6 turnovers that they lost the ball, 2 of them being pick sixes. The majority of the points for Buffalo came from the turnovers. Okay, I mean, their quarterback didn't do anything. Tony Romo, 29 of 50, 309 yards, 2 TDs, 5 interceptions, and a fumble. So, looking at this game where Terrence Williams gets an interception and takes it, boom, all the way through there. The defense not giving up a whole bunch of points. It was basically 10 points that their offense scored. The defense held them to 10 points. Your special teams, your kicker, kicking a game-winning field goal, 53 yards. Do you look at this and say, this was Tony Romo won this game? Or do you look at this and say, the team won this game? Because, again, the defense held them to 10 points, even though your offense gave up 14. Your special teams kicks a field goal, wins in the end. Your defense gets a takeaway that gives you the ball on the 20-yard line. And see, this, my friends, this is football. This is how a quarterback wins. Now, it'll go down at Tony Romo, 300 yards, 2 TD. Yeah, but you can't look at this and say that this game was won by Tony Romo. This team was won by the Dallas Cowboys. And that's the perception that we seem to have with everybody that, oh, it's just the quarterback. Well, had it been in the Redskin game, 2017, had we made the field goal in the end, I know Dak Prescott had a fumble, in the end zone. But if the special teams ends up kicking the field goal, you win the game. Boom. You look at Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. If our kicker kicked some of the field goals, it changes how we, play down the field. We don't need a touchdown. We need a field goal to win. Those are differences. When your defense gets takeaways and gives you the ball in great position, it makes it easier for scores. So you don't have to go 97 yards. These are things that end up helping the team collectively. And these are things that we did not get. And you can see when your quarterback just does not have it, that ball is just going all over the place, the team helps take up the slack. And as much as you may not want to look at that, we didn't have those takeaways. We didn't have that special teams bump. We didn't have that defense that, on a night that your quarterback doesn't have it, that are holding teams to 10 points. And these are all things that are factors that go into winning games. It's not about trashing Tony Romo, because every quarterback out there, Russell Wilson, 2 years ago, 5 interceptions. Pat Mahomes, believe it or not, he's had bad games. In fact, he had 3/4 of a bad game in the Super Bowl. It happens with all quarterbacks. All I'm saying is let's have a truce. Let's understand Tony Romo was a really good quarterback. He'll be in the Ring of Honor for the Dallas Cowboys. And let's understand that thus far what Dak Prescott has done has been really good. And that maybe he'll be way beyond what Tony Romo was. Maybe he'll win a lot more playoff games than maybe a Super Bowl. But all I'm saying is give the guy a chance instead of constantly just trashing him. And especially with the change of coach. Let's see if maybe Jason Garrett was the problem for the Dallas Cowboys and Tony Romo as well as Dak Prescott. Just give the guy a chance. So with that being said, I need to get my ass to work. And I know I'm going to get more hate. I know that. But understand, listen to the message, okay? Listen to the message, okay? It's not about trashing Tony Romo. It's about educating the fan. All right, I'll see you guys.